I see so many parts of Roy's life as I look at this room full of his friends, his family. Thank you. Thank you for showing up for him. I had almost 55 years with him. We had our ups and downs, but life was always an adventure. Sometimes he'd have some crazy ideas, and I'd go, oh, okay, let's see what happens. Fortunately, Al did not fill any balloons with natural gas while I was married to him. In some ways, I'm in a very unusual position right now. I'm kind of at a loss for words. What's in my heart is gratitude for a beautiful life. Being with Roy took us to San Diego, California, to Shelton, Connecticut, to the outskirts of Chicago and Indianapolis, back to New Jersey, back to Long Island. Oh, and there was that year, almost a year in England. Life was never dull and boring. He was creative, and that showed in his work choices and in his play choices. And he was a loving father and a good partner. I will miss him dearly, especially things like, trying to see if they're here, the music, the humor. For those, I think our friends from the singing circle are gone, but so let me tell a little story. Roy served on the surface Navy in a destroyer. He served in the amphibious Navy as a beach jumper, which translates to electronic spook maker. And his junior cruise, while he was in NROTC, was on board the submarine, the USS Cobbler. He told me of the nights where these young, yet to graduate and be commissioned potential officers would join the rest of the crew at a local bar, because these guys were not out for 6 months at a time. This was a conventional sub. And they'd sing the Yellow Submarine. Thank you, Beatles. This was a theme. This was Roy, music and humor and loving to be in a group where he could just be himself. I see many groups like that here. And this story didn't end in Groton, Connecticut. Julia ran a singing group at our local library, town of Olive. And we could go, and we went every week. He loved it. And we could make requests. This woman has courage. And one of the things he would request regularly was Yellow Submarine. Get the theme? This went through to the point where he even got the staff at Ivy Lodge Assisted Living singing the Yellow Submarine. At the end, he couldn't string a whole sentence together in normal words, but he would sing. And that love of music is one of the things I wanted to have represented here tonight. I was also a very spiritual person. And when I say spiritual, I don't mean religion, I mean spirit from the heart. And he found a connection with Native American spirituality. And that came through in song. He was on the drum, he sat on the drum, and he loved that. So I hope you take a memory away of the many, many aspects of Roy. And I hope you, if you don't already know them, I hope you stop and meet his daughters, my daughters, Kathy, our oldest, who was a Navy brat, and Laura, who managed to escape that label, but she was brat anyhow. I love you, dear.
Perfectly generic brat.
Yes, you learned from your sister. He loved being a father. His girls were the most important part of his life. He very rarely said it in words, but he said it in actions. And for that, as their mother, I am forever grateful. Roy, you did a good job. I wish we had had more years together, but the Alzheimer's made that pretty impractical. Fly.